Do you see it? Do you see a notification? Give me, let me show you.
Because my paper is come with the car background as bullies.
Oh. Tell people you're starting.
Stop. No, I think it's not working.
I think it was working. All I wanted to see you.
No, but I can't stay to starting when there's nothing that I'm doing. I look stupid because
No, but you can start and I'll show you once it comes here. I'll give you the tablet. Do you know how many people are here? 129 people. No, I stopped it. So can you start?
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say good evening, Zimbabwe, wherever you are, just to appreciate you this very evening. I'm sorry for a slow delay in the starting of this Facebook Live. It's on account of some other engagement I had. I actually took this opportunity today to go around the various registration centers in Harare. I was in Epworth, at Domboramwari, because I had heard that there was some problems. So I wanted to have an on-spot check and assessment of how things are panning out and how things are moving. It's very important that we deal with those issues, particularly on the ground. So I'm so happy that I resolved the issue there. There were some people who were victimizing and undermining some people. Especially those people who support the alternative, those people who support the opposition. So yes, thank you, welcome to this platform. I just want to say to you, all of you, I really appreciate. I've been checking to see who is live, who is there. I can see that colleagues are beginning to join. Thank you very much. Welcome to this platform. Yes, I see Dr. Zamara there. Thank you very much. Welcome to this. Yes, we appreciate you. Thank you very much for being on this platform. I really appreciate. And yes, guys, we are not going to waste a lot of time. We just want to make sure that we do things that are supposed to be done, particularly the appreciation of our circumstances, the appreciation of the things that we have to be dealing with. I think the picture quality, just give me some feedback there, because I see it's not as we would want it to be. Yes. Changamire Dombo, yes, welcome. Good evening. I've said today is a very important day. I'm going to be addressing you on a number of issues. I've seen your questions. You have raised a number of questions that you sent through our Twitter, that you sent through our Facebook, that you sent through all these other platforms that you used. I just want to take this opportunity to say I will respond to some of the issues. I may not be able to exhaust all the questions and give you all the answers, but I will try my best. Guys, I want to thank you. This is a very exciting journey. We are going to take this opportunity from time to time to inform you on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, where we are going and where we are coming from. Because a lot of you have complained about the MDC not being that cyber active. A lot of you have complained about us not being on the ground. Now, let me just tell you this thing. MDC is an organic party. an 18-year-old party, a party that is grassroots structures, a party that is a footprint across the whole country, a party that is in every village, in every suburb, in every township, a party that you would say is in every community, at every household level. For that reason, that party is everywhere. We have everywhere structures, and you go to Gokwe, you find us there. You go to Cholochi, you find us there. You go to Gwanda, we are there. You go to Manikaland in Chipinge, we are there in Chimanimani, we are there in Nyanga, we are there in Mashonaland Central, we are there in Mash East. So a lot of people have said, no, we are seeing more people being visible, and most of you guys are not as visible as we would want. Yes, we appreciate that feedback. We have now managed to up our ante. We are working on making sure that, number one, we are on the cyber platform so that we engage you on the social platforms. We have made it sure that we are on Twitter, we are on Facebook, we are on all the social platforms, Instagram also included. We have also gone a step further and to make sure that we update our website almost on a daily basis. And Mr. Gutu, who is our spokesperson, and team, their publicity team, are already working on some mechanisms to make sure that we are available 24/7 to respond to your issues, your concerns, and your areas. We are a techno-savvy party with a techno-savvy leadership, a digital leadership as opposed to an analog leadership. So we are very clear about the obligations we have to communicate to you on where we are going and how we are doing our business. So the cyber platform, we are already taking care of that one. Yes, we have always been active, but not as active as we would want. And this is where we've responded through this mechanism. Number two, we are also subterraneanly available through our retail politics underground, making sure that we are on the ground, talking to people, engaging grassroots through our door-to-door programs, our Chakachaya program, which is basically a campaign. We are saying we need to meet heart to heart, person to person, house to house, talk to you, village to village, farm to farm. We need to engage all the Zimbabweans and to say, there is your role. You need to play a pivotal role in terms of making sure that we achieve change in this country. Like I've always said, I want to shock you. A very interesting thing that I have discovered as I moved around to encourage people to register to vote. Most people are actually not bothering to register to vote. Most people actually think that, no, the election is rigged. Why should we bother? That is all propaganda churned out of some propaganda machineries to make sure that you don't participate in voting. We want you to vote because, ZANU-PF has been supported by 3 categories of people. The first category of people who support ZANU-PF are people who are benefiting from ZANU-PF as a government, and people who are obviously positively saying they need ZANU-PF in government because they are benefiting something. But the second category of people are people who do not believe in ZANU-PF, but they are so scared of engaging ZANU-PF, so they are afraid of their shambuk or their stick or their terror tactics. So they are then in a macho way, muffled and forced to vote for ZANU-PF. That's the second category of ZANU-PF support. But the third one, which is probably the category to which most of you belong, is the category of people who do not vote, people who do not register to vote, people who do not care. You are supporting the current government. You are supporting the status quo. By not participating, you are the biggest voter for the status quo. So this is what you may need to actually address. If you are one of those categories, you are part of our problem. But the good thing is that you can be part of our solution. How are you part of our solution? Let's all make sure that we register to vote. The discourse should not be about why should we vote. No, that discourse is sterile. It's offline. Let's discuss about who to vote for. But you have to be part of the candidature and part of the determining electoral college of the person who is supposed to lead us. So that is my opening remarks, and I just want to say, guys, let me go to your comments, which I'm just reading on my iPad. It's so interesting that I can see that there's Gillian there from all the way from the United States of America. Thank you very much. I can see that you are talking about abstaining. Yes, those who do not vote and those who do not register to vote have already voted for ZANU-PF. So you're actually a ZANU-PF voter if you do not register to vote. Unless if you are happy with the status quo, but your pocket must be complaining to you. I'm sure your mouth must be complaining, even your stomach. It must be complaining. I'm sure if you go, your bank account must be complaining to you to say, hang on, you need to go and register to vote. Even your relatives, those who are in the diaspora, you are not in the diaspora because you are just seeking opportunities, because your country has not been a conducive environment for you to pursue your dreams, for you to have opportunity, for you to be able to be the alternative for your country and to do your best for your country. Most of our expertise, skilled people, are actually out there in the diaspora. But this is not because you want to be there. This is not because it's your option. You have been forced by circumstances. But we are saying, in as much as you may not be able to vote in the immediate future, please encourage those at home to also be part of those who have registered to vote. That is your critical obligation from wherever you are. Those who are in the country, make sure that if you have not registered to vote, make an effort to register to vote. Those in ZANU-PF will obviously say, oh no, even if you register, it's already rigged. Mind you, this is a BVR. It's a new platform. Few are saying, where are the reforms? Why should we go and vote? Go and vote. Why? Because we've managed to score successfully the issue of a BVR platform. That BVR platform is going to help us in terms of making sure that dead voters are not on the voters' roll. Dead voters do not resurrect. It's only in Zimbabwe where dead people resurrect for purposes of voting. But for the first time, the BVR platform is going to deal with that. So we're going to have a credible voters' roll. If you vote, if you register to vote, the only problem is that if you're not on the voters' roll, even if it is credible, we'll have very few people being able to participate in that voting. And then it affects us as a people, as a country, and we then end up with a leadership we don't deserve. But it's because you're not participating. So guys, yes, I can also see that Philip Spander there, you are saying, they're using delaying tactics. Yes, these are people who are used to their antics and tactics to undermine the will of the people. But this is a struggle. It's a struggle. We have to make sure that we demand what is rightfully ours. According to the Constitution, in terms of Section 67, subsection 3, people are supposed to, by right, be registered as voters. But you can see the impediments, obstacles planted along the way by our own government to make sure that we do not participate in voting. But we must go against that and then take it as a struggle, as an action point, as an obligation and duty as citizens to say, come what may, we are going to register to vote. So my talk today, if you are to talk about the solution in 2018, the key solution is don't be part of those who vote for ZANU-PF by not registering to vote. Don't be part of those who vote for ZANU-PF by having fear as your driver and as your master. Drive fear out of you. Let's focus on making sure that, yes, we register to vote. Then, as leadership, we are dealing with the technical issues. We've already set up an unrigging team to deal with the technical points around the server, around the manipulation, around the digital manipulation. Mind you, I've been ICT minister. I know all the corners. I know all the tricks in terms of this biometric platform, and also making sure that we eliminate issues around how then the voting material is going to be shipped into the country. The counting itself is done. This time, we have to make sure that once beaten, twice shy. We are wiser than the first time, and we should not repeat the mistakes of 2013. We are not going to repeat the mistakes of 2013 of just walking into a lion's den, without even taking the necessary measures. We have measures, we can't announce them on this public platform because, of course, the audience is bigger, including some of those criminals. They are also listening to us. I'm not using very strong language there, but I'm saying those who perform and do those kinds of crimes are also listening. So I will not give them tips, but we are on them and we are pursuing them. They will run, but they cannot hide. So guys, I just want to encourage you. Yes, in terms of ZEC centers being increased, I see here, Surprise Pembere, you are saying, why should we not have all these other centers being increased? Yes, it's something that we are working on. We are actually working on this thing, to make sure that we've, across the whole country, an increase in the number of voting stations, in the number of polling stations. But you must know that there are various phases. There's phase 1, there's phase 2. They will always come to your local area. But make sure that when they come to your local area, you register to vote. If we have a voter registration, mark for our citizens, maybe about 6.5 million to 7 million, then I can tell you that rigging becomes very difficult. The first form of rigging that ZANU-PF uses is to disable you and to discourage you from voting. That is their trick. The second trick they use to also rig the elections is to also make you believe that they rig elections. So you rig yourself before you are rigged by those who rig elections. It's because you are not availing yourself. So my plea to you, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, is that let us make sure that we